Hey there, do you have competitors for your products and services? My guess is the answer to that is yes. Certainly every company that I've worked for or worked with has had much in the way of competition, lots of competitors. So if you'd like an easy way to be able to stand out from those competitors and put more wins on the board, I might have something that can help. Stay tuned. Hey there. A long time ago, there was a song released called "Tain't What You Do, It's the Way That You Do It." And that song was re-released in the 80s, or it was re-recorded in the 80s by two bands that came together called Fun Boy 3 and Bananarama. You can look it up. And the song was just retitled, "It Ain't What You Do, It's the Way That You Do It." More accurately, using proper grammar, it isn't what you do, it's the way that you do it. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to sing it, but there lies in that title a very important message for the way we do business and how we stand out from our competitors. So today, the supply chain is so good, there is an abundance of choice for everything that we commonly consume, goods and services. That can be bad for us because it's hard to stand out. It's hard to get picked by a potential client. It's bad for the client also because they can get confused with which option to pick. Now, often that can mean that our clients put off the decision to make a purchase, and that stops them moving forward in their business. So it's bad for us, bad for our clients. So how do we stand out? Well, I read a book a long time ago called Funky Business. And one of the key ideas behind that book is that we need to stop being so normal. And that can help us. The 4 P's of marketing, product, place, price and promotion, have stood us in good stead for many decades. But product has now evolved into experience. So your product probably looks at its core very similar to other suppliers of the same product. If we can offer an experience that nobody else does, and we can stop being so normal, that can often lift us above the pack, set us apart from the competition, and help our clients to choose us and move forward in their business too. Here are a couple of examples of how this has worked. Now, my favorite one is a story of a company that recalibrates balances. Now, in pharmacies and hospitals, measuring medicines is an extremely precise operation, and the technicians need to be able to weigh things very accurately. But balances are mechanical devices, and they can often drift ever so slightly over time. So they need to be recalibrated to make sure they are accurate. This company would visit a hospital, and with each balance they would recalibrate it and then weigh a Mars bar. And they put a card and the Mars bar next to the balance with the message, "This balance is now calibrated to 1/100th of a gram, and this Mars bar weighs exactly 146.42 grams. Enjoy." Now, I've forgotten what the precise weight of a Mars bar is, but you get the picture. Now, the story goes that the head of this company went to see the hospital administrator because they wanted to tender for the contract because it was about to expire. And the administrator informed the head of the company that they were not going to tender it out. They had decided who they were going to award the contract to. And the head of our company, the head of the company in the story, said, "That's a bit of a shame. We were hoping to tender, but just out of interest, who got the project? Who are you going to award it to? And they said, these guys. And they said, but that's us. And the hospital administrator said, you're the Mars bar guys. We can't replace you. You're the Mars bar guys. So there were probably many companies that could have done the same service for maybe a similar price. But these guys got the award of the contract because they were different, because they offered the client a different experience. Apple, on a much larger scale, one of the things that Steve Jobs was very, very focused on was the experience of owning his products, right down to the box that the product came in. Is it the best phone or the best computer? Debate will carry on about that. But the experience is one of the things that he focused most on. Lastly, before we get how you can do it, another simple example was an email that a lady that was relating this experience shared. The email was a receipt for payment from the accounts receivable clerk at this company. It happened to be a publisher, I think. And the message was, thank you for your payment and our best wishes. We hope to do business with you again. And the footer had a GIF or GIF file of the real person, the real accounts receivable clerk, doing a dance. That sounds incredibly cheesy, but it was fun and an experience that nobody else was giving. So who are you going to deal with for your next purchase? This sticks in your mind so much that you're likely, or slightly more likely, to go with someone that gives you a more differentiated and fun experience. So what is the take home for you? How do you put that together and start giving your clients a different experience? Make a list of all of the touch points that your clients have with you. And there are lots and lots of these. The more that you look, the more you can find. The look of your web page, your home page of your website. How is it different to your competition? How do you respond to an inquiry on the phone? How do you respond to an inquiry by email? How do you sign off on those emails? How do you deliver your service? How do you support your service? How do you handle calls for renewals and additions? All of these are touch points that you have with your clients that you can change to offer a new experience. So with that list of touch points, start now. Make a list of the touch points and pick something simple that you can change. An email, a phone script, something you can implement right now that changes the experience, and then continue to work your way down that list and add more and begin to offer your clients a different experience. Stop being so normal, and that over time can lead to you standing out more and hopefully putting more wins on the board for you, and you enjoy the journey a lot more. I hope that did make sense. Take care of each other, and I look forward to sharing with you again soon. I said I wasn't going. I'm not going to sing. I'm not. Okay, all right. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. That's what gets results. Okay, that's enough.